You said game night. It was game night in the Sis
Movie
household,
night.
right? Movie night. What were you watching?
Did I write game night?
No, I just don't pay attention that well. Details aren't my thing.
We watched a movie called Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Is that an old
No, it's actually
Puss in Boots has
just
been around for a long time, right?
It was a fairy tale character.
Yeah.
That's what do you know?
If it was made now, you couldn't say put. You'd have to say in Boots or something like that to make it more obvious.
You know the Shrek franchise?
I've heard of it. I've been told that I look like this guy. I don't know
Which guy?
Shrek. I've been told that I look like Shrek. I don't really know the reference that well. I don't have kids, so I've never seen the movie.
That's not a great.
I assume he's pretty handsome, dude.
No, he's an old. They took fairy tale characters that were out of copyright,
Nice.
like the Hans and Gretel, like all those old ones.
Hans and Gretel? Yeah, is that the one?
Hands, yeah, like Hands of Gretel and Pinky Okio, all those ones. So yeah, so so then they made a spin-off movie
Called?
Puss in Boots
Oh,
from Shrek 2.
I probably should have been able to guess that, huh?
Yeah. And then 11 years later, they made a sequel.
Okay.
I just watched. I've never seen the first one, but I still understood, I think, most of what was going on. I got 95% Puss in Boots on Rotten Tomatoes. That's like a picture of the year. It should have won the Oscar.
Is there an Oscar for voice work
For the coolest guy that's out
for
there.
whoever did the best voice for a animated movie?
Voice guy?
Best voice guy?
They should do for best movie preview guy. I would love that voice.
Would you rather be a movie preview guy or the let's get ready to rumble guy, Michael Buffer?
I'd rather be a movie preview guy than the actors.
Than the movies?
I'm sure you get paid decently, and it's just like and yeah, I love
everybody. But everybody would recognize you.
Well, you'd have to wear a voice modulator when you go in public, or talk with a different voice. You'd have to do one of your voices, like Mrs.
I want you to do it,
Hendrickson.
or pretend you're in a restaurant and you're the guy and I'm your waiter.
You could be Mrs. Hendrickson.
Sir, Mr. I don't know what your name is. Sir, what would you like to eat tonight?
Tonight, coming to a dinner near you. You remember it from such dishes as
Sir, can you please
broccoli
hurry up?
and cheese.
Sir, can you please hurry up? I'm in the weeds here. I have about 6 more tables I haven't sat yet.
It could be. Some critics say it's the best dinner.
You want water?
How
about I just start you with some water? Can I just get you a water?
It's soup, cheese soup. I like dipping chips into my soup. Do you ever do that?
Okay. Yeah.
Clam chowder, dip some chip. I do it here at lunch, and people look at me like I've invented something that's disgusting and amazing at the same time.
Huh.
Some people don't comment, and I'm like, they're judging me right now. They won't eat lunch with me again.
It's an interesting look. I'm disgusted and amazed.
I think it's a range. Some people are amazed by it. Some people join in eventually. I also like to dip my sandwich in the soup.
Yeah.
Which then gets a little messy because then some of the sandwich gets in there. But
maybe you could start a movement around eating dipping. I actually have what I prepared tonight has a little bit of a tie-in to what you're saying right now.
Wow.
If you were to start not exactly a religion, but sort of a movement amongst the American people with your dipping.
Maybe a restaurant?
What's it called? The stuff that you dip in the hot oil? Tea, starts with a T. You don't know what I'm talking about? It was big in the 70s.
Tiramisu.
Fondue.
Tendu.
Fondue.
Oh, it didn't start with a T.
No. I'm stumped. We've done this 60 times. You know that I'm stupid. Stop it.
Fondue. Yeah, I remember people would get it. Even it came back in the 2000s.
Yes.
They'd have parties.
There's still a melting pot.
Annoying.
I've never done that either.
Oh, you should
I've lived a very full life, Jared, but there are some simple things that there are certain things that I've done that are cool, and then there's certain things I'm like, how the f*** did I miss out on fondue? Why did I never try fondue? I think it's a place you go for dates, and...
Well, you were married. When were you married?
I know. Right around the fondue invasion.
You got divorced right before the fondue.
Yeah, right as fondue is kind of getting big. And they're in Towson, right in the Towson Town Center Square. Fondue place right there. I remember driving by there weeping after I'd left my divorce attorney's office. Yeah, they do. It's all like cooked. They do dessert, right? Isn't that the thing? You cook your meat in there. and then they bring you like chocolate. Isn't there a little something weird about frying beef and then your
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I thought it was fine. I don't love chocolate either, which probably is blasphemous, but
chocolate's like for kids. I mean, you can have it a little bit as adults, but real chocolatey stuff is a kid's thing to me.
yeah, I like salty better.
You like chocolate and salt together?
I like salty like I like my I like my desserts like I like my personalities. Salty.
It took you a little while to work through that
Yeah,
one.
I wrecked it. I like salty like my personality.
Sometimes a personality has what a lot of people would call a saltiness to it. Something that I look for in pretzels covered.
That's great.
Yeah, that is great. Fondue.
One of my stories actually ties into movies as well, or to movies. That's not about, because you said movements.
Yeah, that's two totally different things.
Movies was because we were talking about Puss in Boots.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first? Do you want movements or movies first?
Usually you start. Should we do something where I start one and then you do one?
We'll go back and forth. Okay. I've been playing tennis lately. I didn't write out.
Are you sad if someone's not good and you play them? Or
yeah, definitely.
You're sad?
Absolutely. Because then you got to tell them, like, I don't want to play with you anymore. When I first moved here, I got on there's, I don't know if you've been on the internet lately, but man, is there a lot of stuff out there. And I could find a tennis partner just by going on this website. You just put your social security number in, a couple of credit cards, some bank routing information, and the next thing you know, they'll hook you up with a guy that is supposedly at the same level as you are. And kind of more often than not, like, tennis is a sport that I'm actually legitimately not great at, but like I can beat 90% of the adults in the world at it. I learned how to play as a kid, and I was
90%.
I bet I'm in the top 90% of tennis players in the world.
Wow.
Or top 10%, I guess.
Top 90%.
Yeah.
I should say that in the class. I'm in the top 90% of teachers that you'll ever have.
Yeah. Some people say top 99%.
You know what we never said tonight?
We're getting bad at this.
Especially because it's the regular night.
I know.
Friday night in the mag room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag room. Mag room. The mag room. The mag room.
So this story about movies is called 12 New Films That Highlight the Best in Humanity. So I had never heard of any of these, so I was going to read you.
It sounds like a fun list. Cool. So there'll be lots of points of reference for us to comment on. Sounds like a good idea.
Thought I would read. No, some of them were kind of silly. I thought I would read you the blurb about it, and you could try to guess the title.
Okay.
What was it like to be a fourth grader living in a suburb outside of Houston, Texas in 1968 and 1969? If you've never wondered, don't worry, neither had I. There's no real plot to speak of in this low-key animated film. It's simply a year in one boy's ordinary life as extraordinary events unfold around him.
So from that, I'm supposed to guess the title of a film that neither of us are supposed to have ever seen.
Yep.
Am I missing the point of this game? Quarrelsome Texas.
No, that's a good guess.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, it's called Apollo 10 and a half, A Space Age Childhood.
I'm going to be mad at you through this whole thing, aren't I?
Okay. This one wins the Positive Masculinity Award. Two young boys, Leo and Remy, grow up in French-speaking Belgium. Families live best near each other, so the boys make up spy games, laugh and play together, and enjoy frequent sleepovers. Soon found out they share. Then middle school arrives, and their friendship is severely tested.
I saw that movie. It's called Les Petits Joueurs Montbella Consuel.
I actually said the title in my description.
What is? I wasn't listening because this thing is already boring me. Is that the title of the movie? How am I supposed to guess the title of movies?
All right, next one I'm gonna tell you the title, and you have to guess the description.
Okay, that's better.
This one is called Fire Island.
It's gay. I bet it's a gay movie, right?
It is.
Okay. I guess it's just about gay culture on Fire Island. I know it's like a party place for Like gay dudes in New York go to Fire
It's
Island
a
on the
gay mecca
weekends.
for muscle-bound hookups and vacation one-night stands. This is described as Pride and Prejudice for gay Asian Americans. Where I learned
Specifically Asian
gay
Americans.
Asians are called Gaysians.
Gaysians. I bet if you said it to a gay Asian guy, it would come across as offensive. If you saw two gay Vietnamese men making out, and then you said,
Hey, look, there's some Gaysians.
"Hey, Gaysians, is this is the bathroom this way?" They would be offended by it, right? But you just said that somebody told you that they call them that.
I'd say I saw the movie Fire Island. Don't you remember?
So I'm sorry, but there is a point of reference here. You said that. I really don't understand the point of this.
I told you the title of the article.
New feel-good movies that
films
no one's ever
highlight
heard
the
of.
best in humanity.
Okay, so we're supposed to make people happy, so you're just recommending some new movies. Okay,
I don't know.
Sort of get it.
I thought I haven't seen any of them. Maybe you learned one that you wanted to see. So I'll do one more.
Okay.
It's called Neptune Frost. And it says the shortest answer, like what kind of movie is Neptune Frost? The shortest answer might be that it's an Afro-futurist musical.
Okay. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Have you ever seen Superfly?
No.
I haven't either. But I think what was it? Afro future musical.
To anticipate what Neptune Frost will offer, imagine instead a group of people gently singing as they walk through a forest, or men chanting as they shovel rock.
I was picturing the Wu-Tang Clan in outer space. Like
That would be pretty cool.
I love old. Like I'm a very big '90s hip hop fan. I love like '80s and '90s hip hop.
You know what I just bought? I just bought De La Soul's album.
Do you like Tribe Called Quest?
I never really got into. I mean, I was into some.
Make that your next. It's thoughtful. Like it's not.
Great.
Remember we were having that conversation
I don't like angry rap.
That's what we were talking about that when I was in Orlando.
They have one song. What's their main song? Scenario. That's it. Scenario.
Oh yeah, here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Why isn't it playing anymore? There we go. This was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's Buster.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo.
It's best is when Buster Rhymes comes on. When does he come on?
Who's that? Brown.
Brown.
Here's Bo. Here he is, right here.
There he is. Look how young he looks.
I know.
Oh,
They have a
Q-Tip.
lot of guys in their band.
That's Q-Tip. He's awesome.
As I combine all the juice from the mind.
I wish my voice was like that. I would talk like this all the
That's
time.
great. You don't even sound like him.
I know I don't.
He's a good voice. All right, we'll stop that. So that's the movies for you. Maybe you found something
cool.
there.
right.
Yeah,
Now
I guess you didn't get any there. Now it's your turn. Now it's volley for serve.
All right, let's see.
Like a tennis episode.
I heard the term this week. Tell me what a fossil fuel is, Jarrod, and why it's called a fossil fuel.
It's made fossils decompose, right, over a long period of time. So they make like oil and then burn it and turn a combustion engine.
I just heard the term and it was like 99% sure I knew why it was called a fossil fuel, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I Googled it and I wrote like, why are they called? And then I eventually wrote fossil fuels after that.
So
but then I predicted it. Yeah. So I picked three that I wanted to see if you know why these words are called.
Quiz.
Why are they called ladybugs?
There were these other bugs that were kind of mean and they looked very beautiful. So they said, oh, they look like they're very ladylike ladybugs.
Okay, wrong. The origins of the name ladybug trace back to when European farmers would pray to the Virgin Mary to prevent their crops from being destroyed by pests. Ladybugs then ate up the insects. They were called quote-unquote lady beetles, end quote, after Virgin Mary, and have always been loved by farmers since. All right, so why are they called tennis bracelets?
Tennis bracelets. They are called tennis bracelets because there once was this tennis player who played this guy named Mark Einloth, and he lost. He broke his wrist while he was playing. So they started this fundraiser where they said, hey, if you wear these tennis bracelets and we'll sell them for $5, it'll send this money to this person to rehab their wrists so they could play tennis again. And they did that, and over a long, grueling period, and then they beat Mark at the end. So it was great.
Okay, no. This piece of jewelry owes its name to a famous incident at the 1987 U.S. Open tournament when women's tennis pro
Martina Navratilova?
No.
Chris Everett?
Yes. Served a ball to
I know.
And you got it. And served a ball to her opponent so briskly that her diamond bracelet flew off her wrist. That style of bracelet was made ever by Chris Everett.
So a bracelet that falls off your wrist?
Is it called a tennis bracelet? Yeah.
It doesn't seem very.
So that you don't buy a tennis bracelet. Any bracelet can become a tennis bracelet. Basically.
Mine was pretty close.
All right, and this one is the one that I said tied into your story about eating. What were you going to eat?
I don't remember. I was really excited.
Dipping. We were gonna do a dipping movement.
Yeah, I was excited. Okay. There were Fritos at lunch today. I was really excited. Do you like Fritos?
Not really. They're too salty for me.
Oh, wow. I love Fritos.
I don't like lots of salt. I never have. Why are they called graham crackers?
Yeah, that was, there's two reasons, actually. One was there's like 1874. It was Grandpa Jones, his farm. It was about to go under. He didn't know what to do. Came up with this new style of wheat that he made into crackers, and he would sell them. So it was Graham's crackers. The other reason, so that's one, that took off for a while, then it died out. Graham fell under, he had a vicious accident with a wolf. The other reason was Moonlight Graham, who didn't bat in a game, he played the outfield. He got so mad in the dugout, he smashed all the crackers they had the dinner after, and the owner was very cheap, so he just got everybody.
No, were they the same type of crackers that you were referring to when the first guy invented?
Nobody ever knows, actually. Nobody's ever figured that out.
What's hilarious was your improvised answer was, this one's almost as crazy, Jared. Do you want to hear this? The graham cracker was inspired by the preaching of Sylvester Graham, who was a part of the 19th century temperance movement. He believed that minimizing pleasure and stimulation of all kinds, including the prevention of masturbation, coupled with a vegetarian diet anchored by bread and dipping things in soups, was how God intended people to live. He introduced the first Graham wafer product. It was a dull, unsifted flour biscuit baked by Graham himself. So if you were early in the thing, you got his original. He did it himself. The sugarless wafers were a key component of the eponymous diet. Despite the intention of the creator, graham crackers have yet to be shown to curb the urge to masturbate.
Every time I have one, I masturbate.
I want to masturbate, yeah.
Volley back to me.
Right. Yes. Go.
You do like a cool tennis sound.
Your shot.
Love really 30-15. That's wrong. I don't know how to say it.
You put it so that there were 3 different players competing in this match. Love 30-15.
This is from a place called NPR. 2 men managed to crawl and climb their way out of a Virginia jail on Monday, but their escape was cut short when police arrested them where?
Like what town or what?
Listen, they tunneled through a cell wall leading to exterior. That takes a long time. And proceeded to scale the security wall. So there was a small round hole. There's a picture of it here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
That's what they dug. That takes a lot of work. So where do you think they ended up? That they do all that effort?
Oh, like in the basement or behind a wall or something like that. They didn't even get out of the jail.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know the answer, so you tell me, and then I'll...
We've been there. You've drank syrup at this restaurant.
Oh, they found him at an IHOP?
Yep, 10 miles away from the jail.
Huh.
Is that what you...
I guess that was a bad...
So you're in jail, you break out. What are you going to do?
When was the last time I had blueberry pancakes in this scenario?
I mean, It's a medium security prison, so they probably don't have blueberry pancakes. We may have pancakes, though.
Yeah, but I like blueberry pancakes. So it sounds like it's been a long time. What kind of stint was I doing? Dime? Nickel?
You had 15 years.
Oof, dime and a nickel. Yeah, I will go. Yeah, I'd probably go to, well, I'm more of a Waffle House guy, but yeah.
Yeah, do you go longer when you try to escape?
They think it's cool, and they might even cut a few years off. It was a really good one.
It's a little game they play.
Yeah, oh man, that was funny. We spent IHOP. You guys went to IHOP. Come on,
It shouldn't matter what you do when you break out.
Like
If
if you go to
break out
IHOP,
and
you're
go on like a killer rampage,
murderous rampage.
we're gonna add on to you for
We're
that.
gonna add a couple of months.
Try to
yeah.
rob. So if you kidnap people, you wreck some stuff. That's add on.
Did
But
you
if
get
you just break out and go to like dinner,
yeah, Grand Slam breakfast?
maybe like a couple months. Escape-related charges are pending.
Yeah. Hard to pin those guys down.
Nice. Your
We
Honor,
found-
it wasn't us.
We found you at IHOP, dummy. With pictures.
Tell you what, if I was in the jury and they told me they went to IHOP and other guys denied it, I might
Mistrial?
be like, yeah, it might be true. I would ask them what kind of pancakes they got.
I'd like to see the receipt, sir.
Did you have boysenberry syrup?
Ugh, that's disgusting.
That's what you drank, I think.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't. Where would I go to eat? I mean, I feel like I would get something you couldn't get. I wouldn't go to freaking. I mean,
Your
they didn't
last
have any-
meal
They didn't have any money.
before the rest of the meals.
Probably go to more. Maybe they don't have any family. I'd probably go to my.
Oh
Family.
yeah, were they planning on just ditching the place? Just gonna eat and then run in shackles, foot shackles?
They're not. They were in their cell. They were probably not in
know.
shackles.
No, but it's more fun to picture it the other way. I don't know what I would do. I would want to go to a place that has frozen custard.
And whatever you say, the answer, you should do it tomorrow.
Get frozen custard
Yep.
tomorrow?
Yeah, because I mean that's what you said you would do.
Yeah, but if I broke out of jail tomorrow, I got to work. I got to go to work in the morning. I got a thing.
Yeah. So break out.
All right, just plain vanilla.
What's the
though.
worst that's gonna happen? You walk out of your store, you lock the door, and then you go get frozen custard.
And the frozen custard place is a front for a human trafficking organization. I happen to be in there at the wrong time, and they think I'm part of the gang
Then you go to jail for.
because I answer my questions the wrong way.
If you break out of jail, like you have 3 days left and you break out, but you make it past the 3 days, can they still catch you?
No, it's another loophole. Why are you asking these questions?
That should be like a movie.
How many of those Sam Adamses have you had tonight?
Half.
Is that what that is?
Or
Half a beer and you're always already asking nonsense questions?
3/4. Looks kind of cool through the bottle. All right, back to you,
no.
volley. 30, 30.
Did you,
I just tied it up on that one. We'll see what you got here.
I only went once. It couldn't be tied. You're up
30.
30-15.
30.
30-15. You're up 30-15.
No, there was another.
Well, it's 15-30 because I'm serving.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
The movie story was long. You got a couple points on that one.
Did you hear about that guy named Do Kwon?
The speech?
Cryptocurrency guy?
I thought he gave the speech. Did you hear
Yeah.
that guy's speech?
It was ridiculous. I thought the speech sounded like he was like at gunpoint or something.
The
I
guy
don't know
won
if we're
the
talking about
award.
the same. No, we're talking about two different things, I think.
This guy won. The guy, remember Short
I definitely
Round?
didn't win the award.
Remember Short Round?
Oh, you just think all Chinese people, there's only one Chinese, one Asian. I said Chinese. I was trying to make you out to be the racist, but I was the racist.
The guy who was Short Round won
Yeah.
the award for Best Supporting Actress.
For some
He did
reason,
this amazing
actress. You said actress. He's not a female. I'm like, oh, you don't see color or gender, Jay.
No, I don't.
You're the
And-
most perfect man I know.
He gave the speech about being an immigrant, and then Harrison Ford was in a movie with him.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah, he didn't even put him in the Indiana Jones sequel. And then he got this movie, and he won an award. It was
Congratulations, guy whose name isn't Do Kwon.
beautiful. Yeah, what is his name?
Some other Asian name. Getting celebrated, and his brother Do.
Yeah.
He was a cryptocurrency scheme guy, and he just got arrested in Montenegro.
What was his scheme?
Taking all the people's money, and it lost like all of its market valuation in 4 weeks or something like that.
That's illegal. I don't know. I don't want to be living. Everybody's scheming.
But anyway, he was
You
arrested
ain't scheming, you're not trying.
he was arrested in Montenegro. And I wanted to see, I'm going to
That
ask you
means Black Mountain.
I'm going to ask you a few places that are come up in the news from time to time. And I want to see if you can tell me where they are.
Okay.
Where's Montenegro?
It is called Black Mountain. Is it in France?
It's a country in southeastern Europe. It's part of the Balkans. It's bordered by Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Albania, Croatia. So it's in that little...
Some people call it Little France.
Human trafficking hotbed over there by...
Wow. As far as you know.
Hell yeah. Albania? Yeah. Those places are horrible places to live. There's always like... human trafficking scandals going on there. If you wanted to buy a woman for a sex slave, that's where you would go.
Okay. I was to say that's maybe your last case scenario. If you can't get married, you could.
Yeah, but I'm not good looking enough to be a sex slave.
No, you buy. You could buy a woman.
Okay. Yeah, I could do
That would be
sure.
weird if I came and visited you and you had a purchased wife.
Or if I was a sex slave.
That would be weirder.
Like if you were like, hey, let's go out, let's go paddle. You keep talking about paddleboarding. Kind of chained to a radiator right now. It's gonna be.
And you invited me to your house, but you're also chained to a radiator?
Well, he knows that I need friends. You know, you can't just be a full-time sex slave 100% of the time. Every once in a while, you gotta, not quite a vacation, because I still need to get ritualistically raped and whatnot from time to time. But
wow,
I'd like to have a friend come to town to go out paddleboarding. Where is Bhutan?
Oh, I do know this. Middle East.
No.
Africa.
It is a landlocked country in South Asia. It is situated in the eastern Himalayas between China in the north and India to the south.
What goes on in Bhutan?
Pure magic. Bhutan is the last standing Buddhist kingdom on Earth. They've never been colonized by a foreign power, so life today is pretty much the same as it's been for thousands of years.
All right, where is Brunei?
The Sultan of Brunei.
That's what I know about it. I didn't know where it was. I got this wrong.
Is in.
See, all right. So what do you? What's your first thought? Because you thought the exact same thing I did. Sultan of Brunei. That makes me think oil.
The Asian Europe border.
Let's see. It's a country located on the north coast of the island of Borneo in Southeast Asia. Apart from its South China Sea coast, it is completely surrounded by the Malaysian state of Sarawak.
Makes no sense to me what you just said.
Borneo. We're like the apes.
Oh, it's on an island.
Yeah, Borneo. So it's like
the Philippines.
I picture it being sort of like Haiti and Dominican, like split island.
It's known for its beaches and rainforest.
Brunei is a very small country of about 450,000 people, but they passed a law saying that they could stone to death people for being gay or for adultery.
We should go there.
I would do that.
It's got a huge rainforest.
How about Burkina Faso? Do you know where Burkina Faso is?
Africa.
Yes, Western Africa.
I got one right.
Burkina Faso means land of honest men. The country's name was changed from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso in 1984 by President Thomas Sankara, who wanted to give the country a name that reflected its people's values of integrity and honesty.
How about one more geography? Where are the Falkland Islands?
Oh, they're outside Argentina.
Yes.
I only know that from the war. That was when the British thought they were cool because they were on the downslope, but then Argentina took over the Falkland Islands and the British said, no way, bastards, and they went back and took it back over. It was kind of Britain's last gasp. Roger Waters wrote an album about it called The Final Cut.
The Final Cut. That song?
It's The Final Countdown.
I love that tune.
Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
My last story is actually related to your story.
Excellent.
About countries.
Looks like we planned this out.
Making me look stupid with countries I don't know.
Oh, you're going to make me look stupid with countries I do know?
Nice. If I spelled for you this town, Regina.
Regina.
That is correct. So this town, Regina.
In Canada, right?
Yeah.
How smart I am.
Made some new tourist ads. Can you guess what they are?
I don't know, but I like where this is going. Something about the smell. How beautiful the smell. The town. You'll love the smell in Regina.
There were two slogans.
Come reproduce in Regina.
One of them was, "Show us your Regina."
That's such a cheap laugh.
Yeah. And then the city that rhymes with fun.
That's great.
You could have bought hoodies with it on there. Then they pulled it because
Good job, Regina.
everybody got pissed.
That's awesome.
There was a bunch of people because they said it was too raunchy.
How about that? What's angina? What's that? I know it's a disease, right? Or
yeah.
something with your eyes, maybe?
I don't know.
And then there's Orangina, that drink.
Wasn't it Orangina?
I think you're wrong.
So one woman pointed out on social media, would we engage school children with this messaging? I also asked, do we want men harassing women in bars chanting, "Show us your Regina"?
I mean, I want that. Maybe I'm not.
Like
I might not be represented.
That was going to go poorly when the tourists came.
Or maybe they'd be into it. Who knows? Can't really predict the future. You should try things, you know? Every time I'm in Regina, I try something new. That's just a motto that I live by.
I've heard you visited a lot of times. You don't stay there often, though.
No.
No.
Yeah. I always leave sick. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm always bloated and red. And
regretting that you went.
Yeah. Sometimes
excited
I call my mom.
On the way in.
Call my mom in tears.
Sometimes you get excited too quick.
Yeah.
Blow the fun too early.
But you only want like maybe one weekend in Regina. You don't want to. I mean, if you move to
then you
Regina,
get sore. Then you get sore if you do.
No, you get bored. Just bored. Regina. If you stay in Regina too long, you get bored quick.
I see.
So I just like to pop in and out. You know, weekend visit. Maybe just go for the. This is so stupid.
Maybe they should have embraced it. Had like a Regina festival.
Why don't you just start pronouncing it like Regina, like everybody thinks it's pronounced?
That's true.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it seemed stupid. I don't know how it got through all the things. They made sweatshirts.
It rhymes with fun.
Produced by Regina King. Theme song by Mega Yellox. Email mugaandcisco@gmail.com. Remember, thank you. I would say thank you to those who've emailed, but no one's emailed in a while.
I hate you guys.
You know why I think they don't email? Because we told them to put down their phone, so they're out doing stuff.
So nobody checks their emails anymore?
No.
All right, well, I can take that.
Yeah. Stick with the mag room. Everything else is cream cheese. Game, set, match.
Einlauf.
Cisco Kid.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
K.Y. Kwan.